Morning, bait makers. Took a couple days off. Not really off. Switched schedules at work. Those of you that know me personally or come over to the house know that I went from being open in the mornings to being at work in the mornings and then opening the shop in the afternoon. So this morning I'm actually at home taking care of some stuff and did not have to work. I took today, tomorrow, and the next day off. I am getting ready for the first salmon trip of the season. Cannot wait. We have 2 veterans going out with us tomorrow, as long as the weather holds. Right now, it's going to be thunderstorms from like 9 in the morning to 4 p.m. I'm really paying attention to the wind because out there where we're going, it gets pretty rough. And I've never fished with these guys. I don't know how their sea legs are, and it could lead to problems. So I'm gonna pay attention to the wind, make sure what the currents are doing. Right now, a buddy of mine down the street, he avid fisherman, he and I go all the time together. He's offered to come and help because I don't have my normal deck crew with me that helps when I take veterans out. So he's going to help me launch, recover, and we're both going to be fishing from different boats and in the same area. But it's a later afternoon fish with an outgoing tide, with winds coming inshore and outgoing tide. It can make for some pretty good chop. Because the waves are going this way, the wind is coming this way, and it builds it up, and then you end up with an inexperienced crew on board. I'm the only person probably that can drive the boat and do anything on the boat. It's gonna make it. We'll see. I've never fished with these guys. I don't know. Maybe they're very capable. So we'll see. But being short a guy who I trust with the boat is quite concerning. So we'll see. If it was just normal weather like this, I'd go all day long and never even think twice about it. It's with this big thunderstorm coming in, I may just take this 16th and say, nope, I'm not going on the 16th. We'll move everybody that was 16th. If you can go on the 18th, we'll go out on the 18th. So we'll see. Haven't made a decision. I'm waiting until later this afternoon, because this storm isn't projected to hit till tomorrow mid-morning. So we'll see. I want to fish. I have the boat ready. I got to put the downriggers on today and put the poles on board, but everything else is ready to go. So I have bait on there, have everything ready. It's going to be it's just the beginning. So it's the first trip of the year. It's always a little dicey and trying to figure things out, but we'll go. We'll have a great time, and if we can go, and then if not, I'll go out on the 17th, and that Friday it should be a lot better. We'll get everything dialed in, and then we'll go again on the 18th. And my main goal is everyone goes out, comes back completely safe. It's an enjoyable experience, and the way the water is setting itself up to be is not going to be an enjoyable experience, and I don't want that for anybody. So what am I doing today? So this morning I am unpacking a bunch of stuff that came in from Barlow's Tackle. So I'll be unpackaging this. I have lead heating up right now. I'm going to be pouring some of these. So, and some other stuff, and I'll probably be painting them. I'm probably going to be pouring some chatterbaits. I'm going to be welding some of these together. So if you hadn't seen those, they're the dual tails like that. And then you pour, this is two separate molds. You pour this one and then you pour that one. And then you do it's a weld basically. You weld these two pieces together, and then it makes this bait here. So this is actually a really good bait. I didn't realize I had sold them all. Like, I'd seen a couple guys pick them up and taking them, and I didn't realize I had none till yesterday when someone came over and they asked me for them because they had seen them. And I said, oh yeah, they're not there. My bad. So I poured up some different ones. The blue-green seems to work really good. This blue Rainier Ice on the top. So you got this green pumpkin on the bottom, Rainier Ice on the top, works good. This blue has worked really good with the green pumpkin underneath it. So those two colors are gone. Then obviously I made some more of these because they are flying off the shelf, and the reason being is I sell these way cheaper than you see them online. Guys are selling these for $15 to $20 for 4, and if you've been over here, you know you're getting a way better deal on them. So, and then in the stores, the little bit larger one is like $15 a piece. So, I mean, if you want to go to spend your money over there, go ahead. If you want to come here and buy the same thing, get a better deal, we welcome it. If you're a veteran, you get an even better deal. So, we're going to let this heat up. I'm just going to open these and we'll be surprised together. I'm going to tip this down just a little. You can see the lead pot heating up here. But let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's the glitter blends that came in. I was hoping it was, well, they still might be in here. I don't know. So I ordered all the glitter blends. So this is a Green Monster. Let's see. I'm gonna hope that doesn't pop on me. Yeah. So what happens is you get solid lead right down here. This is heating up, and then as the lead, whatever piece comes out, usually it pops, and then molten lead, just a tiny amount, but boy, if I got any on my arm, it sure would hurt. And it's typically right when Chartreuse Fire Tiger. Looks pretty good. So these blends, what they are is they're glitter, but they've already blended several sizes and different colors. Make some pretty cool colors though. I don't want to get popped by this, so I'm gonna put on a glove. I'm gonna see. Oh yeah, no, that's still very solid. Okay, I just want to make sure that's not gonna pop on me. Definition of insanity, keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Let me move that closer to me. All right. So what is this one? 581 SDG. Yeah, it's reds and golds. It's pretty. So I think Adam over at SDG, he put out a video on these. What's funny is I literally ordered them either that day or like the day before, and I'm so glad I did, because the next day he came back on and said, hey guys, it was overwhelming. Everybody's buying these. And I was like, woo, hopefully, since I put mine in like the day before, mine all went through. So this is Mardi Gras, which anyone that knows me, I make this color myself as well, but I wanted to pick that up. So my intent, and what's funny is I had no idea Adam was going to do that. I wanted to take these and make a video series with these, with the transparents. I had ordered all the transparents, and I don't understand. There's been several times now, and I don't know what it is, where somebody else, I've seen somebody else, like I get an idea, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. Of course, everybody has those ideas, right? When they see the new product come out or whatever, and then it's just who can get their video out first. And then after that, if somebody gets a video out, you're mimicking them, you're copying them, and it's like, man, you know, who really knows if they had a thought before you to do it or not? But yeah, he did all these colors, and now I'm just like, well, back to the drawing board here. I mean, I'm glad I have these, but I just don't know that I'm going to do a video series anymore, because Adam has one out, and I would direct people, go over there and watch it. He does better videos than I do anyway. So, unicorn farts. What? Okay. Back bait makers, what happened was the battery died. So I was right. I had just opened this one. This is Unicorn Farts, and quite funny name, but I really liked that shimmer, purple blues. I just really liked it. I mean, I don't care what the name is. If the color is good, then that's what I care about. Let's see. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I don't know now what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to be pouring some lead, and let me do this real quick because I can hear that again. So it must be getting ready to, yeah, there you go. There's some liquid lead. Good. So at least now I know I'm not going to get popped by anything breaking apart here. And that's still not the temperature. Look on the spoon, it's solid. So this is still coming up to temperature. All right, we'll just put that over there. What is this next one? Oh, Bruiser. This is the blue purple. It's a lot of blue. And then a little bit of purple in there. Really looks good. I have a plan for that one for some salmon baits. I'm also going to use the farts in a salmon bait. But we'll see. This is called Dragon's Breath. Kind of fitting since I've been watching House of Dragons for a couple days. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. I like House of Dragons as well. Obviously, I love Game of Thrones. I hated the ending. I don't like what they did there, but it makes sense because it was writers that did it. It wasn't the actual author who came up with that ending. Orange Fire Tiger. Wow, that one like exactly alike. Well, I thought I would have these out before that melted all the way, and I would be able to put in a put in all my hooks for a new mold or another mold, and nope, that's already getting done. Pimp Daddy Pinks Chartreuse. That's what it looks like. So yeah, back to my next plastic baits. I am going to most likely do some tubes as a request from one of my friends, Jason, he is wanting some tubes, and we had talked about it before, and I had ordered that mold, and I really wanted to do some. I really want to come up with a bluegill pattern. Like, I don't know why, but and now that I even said it, I'm like, gosh, if I put this video up and then some fellow YouTuber who makes baits, all of a sudden they throw up a bluegill pattern, it's like, man, and now it's gonna be like, well, they got it out first. I'm sure YouTubers have done, bluegill patterns, right? But it would just be like my luck. I don't even know they would hear it. They just think of it too and go, oh, I'm gonna do a tube in this. All right, so this is Sparkle Queen. Holy cow. That is insane amount of sparkle. Those that don't know, Adam, SDG, his wife is known as the Sparkle Queen because she always wants to put tons of sparkle flake and everything else in her baits that she makes, which is really cool. But, they came up with their own glitter line there. Barlow's named it after her, and SDG has his, and that's the red gold, and I'm really looking forward to doing that one because I have some ideas for that one as well. And then last is going to be Green Fire Tiger. So green, red, and gold. A little bit of gold. So that's where we're at with that. That's this is still heating up. I had thrown some new ingots in here, and with that you get, even though, man, I clean my lead and clean it, and it doesn't matter, you put it in here, you still end up with, dirty lead that has, stuff in it. It's literally dirt. So it could be dust that's on the ingots that are sitting over there in the bucket. What normally happens is the lead is heavier, it sinks, and then all the impurities rise to the top. So you just take them off like I'm doing here, just scraping the top of this. And let's see if you guys, I don't think I can get that down there any better. I'd have to move it closer, and I don't want to do that. But you can see here, so you just scrape the top, and that's how it comes out. And then I have a cast iron pan right here that I put everything in, and then although this is wood, it's sitting on a big metal plate, because this gets hot. And the cool thing about this Lee is it's an aluminum plate, but it's also beveled on the bottom, so it comes up. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about, just so you guys can see. It comes off of the surface. Let me turn this over to make sure I'm showing you what I'm talking about. See how it's not even on the surface there? So that helps with heat dissipation, so I'm not sitting here burning my table up that's wood or something else. And sorry about that movement. I'll probably just cut it all out when I go to edit. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna cut this. The bait keepers are the finicky part about this. Just laying the hook in there and doing all this is fine. It's easy, but it's the bait keeper that's the finicky part. Okay, all those are good, all laying. Okay. All right. So that is good. Can you guys see that? Yep, you can. All right, we're gonna attempt to shoot this. Actually, let me do a little perch pop. Yep, good. Yeah, I love this new Lee thing for smaller lead molds, because boy, it just makes it so much easier than what I was doing, or what I have to do with the saltwater, which is much bigger. And I don't know that can do the large salt water. You know, I probably should shoot one right now, just with no hooks in it or nothing, just to see. Yeah, let's see. So that's the small one. Oh no, it shot that fine. So let's do a big one. Let's see a big one. So what I read online was you shouldn't shoot anything too big with this, just because the lead starts to cool in this. Sound of freedom. Let's see who it is. Couple Apaches. Yeah, that's what I did in the Army. I was little birds, though, not Apaches. All right. Actually, let's bring this out. There's so many going by. I want to. Oh, a hawk chaser. 2 hawks. So we had 2 Apaches and 2 Blackhawks. No idea what they're doing or where they're going, because I'm not in that area anymore, not doing that stuff. But always cool to hear them and see them. And part of the reason why we live where we live is still by the base, still get to hear that all the time, and I love to hear it. My kids even love it. All right, so so a 2.5 ounce poured perfect. Gotta love that. But now let's pour the hardest one. And I won't put it on camera. I want to tilt this one at an angle, and I want to see if this will pour the whole thing, because I hate pouring this mold. All right, so for this mold, you can't hold it flat. You have to tilt it like this. And it goes in, and it all runs to the front, and it comes to the back, hopefully. So let's see how that worked. Wow. That worked. I would have bought one of these a long time ago. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Everyone said, oh no, the lead cools too fast. It doesn't work on these. Oh yeah? That's the best looking flutter jig I've ever poured. Yep, I'll be doing that. So, I know it won't pour a 15-pound cannonball. One, you can't even get the mold under there. But, you know what? I wonder if it'll pour cod weight. I've got 2-pound, 3-pound cod weights mold that I pour a lot of, and I'm wondering if this will pour that, because everything I read said that the mold cools too fast and you end up with all these layer lines, and that's very true in a 15-pound. You end up with layer lines if you don't get your mold hot enough. And usually with a 15-pound, it's like pour one to get the inside hot. You're getting the mold hot on the outside, and hopefully it, you know, goes through the whole mold, and then you pour one without any hardware in it to get the inside cavity nice and hot, and just dump it right out. Be very careful not to burn yourself, and then put your hardware in and pour that. It's usually how I do it, and that's the best way that we have found to pour good 15s. And when you're pouring like your fourth 15, that's when the mold is the best. So that we kind of figured that out. All right, let's see how these came out. So we're gonna drop this down. Drop that down. Let's see. I think you guys can see this here. Yeah. Let's see how that turned out. Oh, nice. I don't want to pull it by the hook. That's how you get loose. Very good, very good. So that's what we're shooting right now. Hopefully that's focusing on that. You can see it. Let me turn this. I'll be able to look. Oh, of course it goes upside down when I do that. So let's see. Bring this up. Yep. That looks good. All right. Let's see how the rest of these turn out. The tiny one. Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure what's the size that everybody wants, so I'll make about 10 of each, and then we'll see what people want, because it'll be the ones I have to remake. But I will be painting these too, probably today. Wow, that poured very clean. Like, there's no flashing. I just cut the front off. Very minimal filing, if any, really, not needed. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah. No, I love these. I have snap-on ones of these. I don't use them here. These are the Icons from Harbor Freight, and they work very nice. Snip that the lead just shoop, easy. Yeah, good. Okay. It's stirring a little easier, a little better. All right. 328. I think that's good. I'm going to shoot that 328. Okay. Put a little in there. Yeah, I don't... What's going on here? Maybe I should have warmed up this. Let's see. I should be all right to do these. Yeah. And those are just a quick shoot. Put everything in. Don't hold any pressure. Yeah, just a completely cold injector. I didn't warm it up at all, and I haven't shot yet. Usually I pull that up a couple times, put it back in, just like if I was using the Star or whatever, shooting star. But yeah, I didn't do it this time. I just went straight at it, but it worked. I'm pretty sure. We're gonna open this tube in just a second. But wow, this seemed to, like, even in here, it's getting hard quick. Like, I don't even know. It's so... It's not even, it's... Yeah, it's not even, like, liquid form. That got cold quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this shot... It just looked like the cavity was drinking. So let's see. I've only shot the tube maybe 2 times since getting it. So wow, come on. Yeah, all that cooled off quick. It's super hot here right now, and I do not want to use a hot plate. But that's the tube. That's what it looks like. I think that is a pretty cool color. So let's see. And I haven't, I've only shot it a couple times, so I haven't learned this mold and taking these off and everything. And just kind of peel it down, pull that out. But I do need to make more of these because I think Jason went and got some weights for this that he wanted. So I'm gonna have some more of these on hand. Oh, and this is, by the way, that's what that was. That was that salmon egg color that I did, but now I just added some tequila to it. So it looks nice. I mean, I'm just using up plastisol I had just to experiment with this mold. I'm going to make some green pumpkin in it. I want to do a bluegill. That's ultimately what I want to do, is do a dual shot bluegill. I just need to figure it out, come up with a, what am I doing? These are backwards. Come up with a color recipe for it. So if anybody, oh wow, look at that. That whole line right there did not shoot. If anyone has a recipe for bluegill they want to share, like so many sparkles or what color to start with, it's going to be a dual shot, so you're going to have two. So I'm thinking, the throat of a bluegill is that red, orange. So I could do part like that, and then the back part a green. It's that in-between layer, right? That the blue and the yellow and the greenish. So I mean, I'm just trying to think, how would I make this a bluegill color? So, all right, one more here. And I do oil these rods, so it helps this stuff come out. I don't know, this color, I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm like, gosh, like a pink purple, and then the Keela Sunrise in there, and some black flake, a little bit of, so it's like purple, it's got a little black square in there, it's got pink. Interesting color. I made it for those eggs. So that's the color. Pretty good. I like it. Definitely think this is a good color, but it's a good color. So I am going to use these for salmon. That's a good salmon color. And we use squids for salmon, and this could just look just like that squid, depending on how we get it. But I'm going to experiment with that with salmon this year. So, kind of did those backwards. So let me do this. We're going to go like this. Yeah, and there's still a lot, good amount of oil on there. I'm still recovering from my 6 days of urchin baits. I have you know, unused plastisol everywhere, and I'm like, man, I need to use some of this up. So that's why today I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm not really gonna make a color, fresh color. It's a color you've already seen. I'm just gonna add to it. So that will be it for today. I'm gonna make a shorter video. We're supposed to go salmon fishing tomorrow, but it's already looking very bad. They've upgraded the wind. It's only a matter of time, I think, until there's a small craft advisory out there. They're talking about thunderstorms, a cycling wind, so it's going from the west to the east. And at the time we're going to be out there, the tide's going out, which means those waves, or the water that's moving out, is going to be wind coming in, so those waves are going to get higher. They're going to have caps. So a friend of mine has already told me he's canceling. He's not going tomorrow. He's like, it's right at the time that we're supposed to be fishing, between 9 and 1400. It's lightning, thunderstorms. So he's like, dude, it's the first day. And he's like, so many people will cancel. They'll probably just add a day, is the hopes. But, you know, it's Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. What the heck? I have had nothing but problems with this. This mold, I need to figure out what is going on. It's like catching on one of these ends. Yeah, see? Like snaps together. Yeah, it's super tight, but holy crap, getting it apart is insane. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out, because this one it's just gotten worse. So I thought maybe it would get better as it wore in, but no, it's gotten worse. All right, I know there's a lot of people with flashing, and yeah, if you shoot too hot, you do get some flashing. Also, if you too much pressure, you get flashing on this mold. It is a little bit, it's not a tricky mold, but it's the process of taking it apart and putting it back together. And then if you're shooting too hot, what's up? Love you. Wife and kids are leaving to go to Wild Waves. Yeah, so if you're shooting too hot, you'll end up with a bunch of flashing. If you're pressing too hard, you'll end up with a bunch of flashing. So you just gotta kind of do everything right. Then also, this part here, I put those down together because you can do one side and then it's off tilted, like it's kind of cockeyed like that, and then, you know, obviously not that exaggerated, but a tiny bit, and you know, this hot plastisol is just, it's gonna find it. It's gonna go into that opening, and then you're gonna have that right there. See? So to get rid of those are just, obviously it wasn't down all the way, so to get rid of them you just pluck them out, and it's just flashing that went over the edge there. So, and I had it on 3, but you just pluck it off and peel it out and you're good. But yeah, a lot of people are not really liking this mold. They don't like that you're only shooting one instead of shooting multiples. They don't like how much work it is to open and close it and take it all apart and get it all in, whatever. I like the mold. The mold is nice to me. Is it a little bit of work? Sure, a little bit, but not, I mean, it's not bad. The issue is if you're a bait maker trying to make a living or money off of this, time is money, and if it takes you a lot longer to do this than it does another type of mold, well, get the other mold. But I look at it from my perspective. I don't make my living off of this. I'm shooting it for friends, and then also to support Vet's Dream to take veterans fishing. And I don't mind the tear down, put it back together, making videos out of it, and it works, right? As long as you learn how to do it, it works. So, yeah. All right. I want to grab all this out of here. Put that in there, and then I'm going to heat this up again. Yeah, so that I had done that in a larger 4-cup because that's what it was in. I heated it up, and then I poured it into the 2-cup. So all the stuff that dried over there, I just peeled it out and put it back in the cup there. Yeah, that's what I'm working on today, and then trying to watch the weather and find out what's going on. Oh, let me raise this. See, I'm back to the one camera again, and yeah, I went to Best Buy to get this camera. They don't have it. They have the Sony ZV-10, but they don't have the 2, which this is the 10-2. I want to get the exact same camera, so there's no difference, right? Everything I do on this, I can do on the other one. I know how to set things up. If I learn how to use it, I'm not trying to learn 2 different cameras. And I'm trying very hard not to use this anymore, the cell phone. But it does suck because I like this view right here. So I like this view here where it's over the thing, and yeah, I just gotta get this camera. The problem with that is you know, ordering it from Amazon or from somebody else. If Best Buy would have had it in stock, I would have bought it the other day when I was there, but they did not have it because I was just so disheartened, honestly, by within the 6 days, that last day, I had heck of a problem with cameras and sound, and had to reshoot some stuff, and then my video didn't go as planned, and then the internet was acting up. It was that 6-day video. I'm glad I took a couple days off, because that 6-day video really, it's not like a physical toll. It's just a mental toll, right? Where you're just like, gosh, I want everything to be perfect. I want to be able to talk and do this stuff and put these out. And when you struggle so much, like I lost a lot of video. I made these, and they were part of that 6-day video. So, you know, Jason had bought this mold and several others and donated them to Vet's Dream. And I made these chatterbaits, and I had it as part of the video. I was showing you how I was making them, and the tying portion and all that. And that camera footage was corrupt, gone, lost. Sometimes it had part of it didn't have, and I had no sound, and I was like, man, the voiceovers are good, but when I'm doing this brand new bait, I want to show it. So it totally ruined that. Shot these this morning, and painted them. So shot those with lead, and I got those painted watermelon green. Let me grab this real quick. But yeah, the frustration portion of the videos and losing film and having to get everything right with sound, and yeah, just it was nuts. Because I want things to be good. And then even on my 6th day, you saw this mic went out. The other one, or no, it was this one. This one went out, and it has the cover on it, which then I went and grabbed the other one. Didn't think about it because I'd never done it without the cover. And you saw how raspy the sound was, but at that point I was like, there's nothing I can do. I have to get this done because there's footage that's not here that I wanted here, and I can't just reshoot everything. I don't, and then try to reshoot everything and then also plus have it out. It was already delayed by an hour because of the internet issues. It was, yeah, that Saturday was very, very challenging. And then I think it was Saturday. I can't remember which video it was in, but it may have been 5. I talked about presenting the items, right? And I talked about what I was doing and all that. I have given away, some guys have already come over. The winner, Jason, came over, and I'm sure he would have been fine with it, me recording him, but I really just don't want to put people on video unless they truly want to be. So just so you guys know, Jason did get his first place win. He did get his baits. He did get the $25 gift card, and he can either post this video that yes, that's true, or he can put it on Facebook. Not that anyone doubts me, but I like everything to be out in the open, right? Very transparent. I had a competition, game competition. It was fun, but prizes were given. And right now, up here, you can see I have everyone's pails. So this is what I do is when someone does an order or whatever, I get the order, I either make it or I have it in stock. I put their name on a dry erase up here, and I put their baits in there like this, so you can see here. And usually if I'm taking notes, it's on a card, and then I put the card on there. So it tells me, hey, this was an internet order. This is, this is what they wanted, and I put their baits in there. And then I wait for them to come. The only one that's not dry erase. Yeah, Jason, yours is permanent. I'll put Wade up here too. Although he just takes baits. He doesn't. I'm not even going to waste one on Wade because he just comes over and takes baits. That's my best friend. That's my shipmate, deckhand, whatever you want to call him, alternate captain. Really is my best friend. So he just comes over and takes what he wants, and I don't care. And usually if he's taking something, he's fishing it on my boat anyway. So let's see how these came out. So here's the second batch of these. Sorry, I just kind of shot those as I was talking. Yeah, that one does all it's always that one goes to this side. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah. All right, so we have another set of these. Oh, that's how I got it messed up last time. Because I laid it over here. When I put the rods back in, I didn't put them back in where I took them. I put them in the other one. And I seem to always want to do that too. Put them in backwards. But yeah, just so everyone knows, he did get that. And then it was part of the video that did not make the cut because it got messed up. But what I said was the first two guys that come over would get the first two chatterbaits that I had ever made. And one guy came over and he got his. That was David. And then the second one, you guys still haven't come over and gotten yours. Jason did not take one because Jason has other ones, and these were the first two that I ever made. So they're the trial ones, and I'm like, okay, here you go. I wanted the first two that I made that were okay. This is actually the very first one I ever made, and I was short. I didn't do enough of these, so I was learning, and I put a little in there. But I'm going to keep this one in the shop because I like to keep my stuff in the shop too. And somebody gifted me this salmon fly right here. I don't know. He has lots, so if anyone is interested in salmon flies like this, all different colors, really well done, very beautiful. I think it will very much catch salmon. So, but I told him, hey, I would shout him out and give one in there. But if you guys are interested in those coho salmon jigs, let me know. I will put you in contact with him. All the ones I picked up of his were very well done. Felt like they would hold together, and they're really pretty. So he gave me one that I can hang in the shop. He offered me a bunch more. I only wanted to take one. It's another veteran, and I'm hoping that, hey, maybe some of you guys watching that also salmon fish the rivers, maybe you reach out to me and say, hey, I'd like to do that, one of those too, from another veteran. So just one of the things I also do besides take veterans fishing is, veterans come over and they tell me what they're doing, and if they have things that I think fit my narrative or I agree with, support, right, then I'm all about it. I'm like, heck yeah, this guy's another bait maker, and it's just different. And, you know, he's a veteran, and I want to support him. It kind of goes with that sentence, right? Veterans look out for each other. Kind of my philosophy. And, yeah, this one is stuck again. Just weird, that mold. I'm gonna have to either Dremel tool or figure out what's going on this thing. But yes, so if you have something, similar thing, whatever, or if you have something else, maybe it's, I don't know, car repair, boat repair, or you install, you know, stereo systems, or you do whatever, something, right, that is, and the business is ran by a veteran, and I think it's something that, hey, other veterans could benefit from, right? If you're offering a reduced price, or you're looking to support veterans, and yeah, reach out to me, because I will definitely put it out there for other veterans to take advantage of it, because that's what I do. Take care of veterans. Thank them all for their service. Even though, you know, I was standing right beside a lot of veterans, and I'm a veteran. I just think that the more veteran ran and the more veteran sponsored things just help out everybody, right? Help all the other veterans as much as I can. I've been fortunate, you know, went through my career, got a nice job after my career, and it's just paying it forward. Because I don't know how many of you guys watch the news. The world is not a very happy place right now. Off my soapbox. Got to get off of that. All right, that's going to be it for today. I wanted to make some of this. I'll get this video put together and put it out today. I wanted to show you guys, this is what we made today. You know, just running it twice. Came up with all those and all those. And I have that left. I'm going to finish shooting all this. It just won't be on video because it gets long, right? You're watching the same thing over and over and over. So what I do is I usually just cut the video, and then I'll shoot the rest of this. I'll have it all. It'll sit under my shelf down here for about 24 hours. And again, here I am again. I'm not down there. I'm up here. So as I was saying, my shelf down here, those of you that have been over to the store or to the garage, you know. And I have chairs. I have some rolling stools and I have chairs. I welcome you guys. Hey, if you want to come and hang out, shoot the crap, come on over. Who cares? Hey, you want to learn to shoot? I'll teach you. You just want to come over and hang out and BS for a while? Sure, go ahead. I've had a couple nights where guys just came over and we just talked, hung out, kind of some fellowship, camaraderie going on. Yeah, I have no problem with that. Now I'm on a different shift. I'm no longer on second shift, so I'm here in the afternoons, and I'm not here in the mornings. I do have to cut it off at about 8 o'clock at night because I have to be up at 3:30 to go to work. So, but yeah, the other night was pretty fun. We sat out here for a couple hours, a few of us, and just BS'd. And it was a good time. And then talking fishing and talking baits, and we ran the gambit. We talked about a lot of stuff. So, but it was fun. It was good fellowship, good camaraderie. I hope all of y'all have a great rest of your week. I don't know how many videos I'm going to put out between now and next week. Probably at least one more over the weekend. I'll do another one, I'm sure. But I do have fishing. I might do one tomorrow if I don't go fishing. Because right now, it's looking very sketchy about fishing. So if I don't go fishing tomorrow, I will be in the bait shop and I will be making some more baits. So I will definitely do that. Or you know what? That storm is up where I want to fish up north. I need to look down here, because if it's not storming down here, I know one of the guys told me he was thinking about going crappie fishing and bass fishing at a local lake by me. And if that storm's not hitting over here, man, I'm gonna go out there. I got the kayak out back. It's just a 12-foot ascend or 10-foot ascend. I had got rid of my Hobie, but I do have my son's ascend out back, and that might be a good time. Go out and get some bass fishing. That's a total sit-down one, though. I can't stand in that thing. But that might be tomorrow. I might do that. If I cancel that and the weather's not down here, I'm going to go do that. And I'll probably take out a couple GoPros, record some of my baits being used. Hopefully they work, right? Hopefully I get some bass or maybe some crappie. I'll target some different areas with some different baits, and we'll see what's working. I want to do them urchin baits. And, one of the guys has been taking the urchin baits out on the salt, catching flounder, catching sharks, catching rockfish on those. So that's pretty cool. And he's using motor oil, so that's a good one. But I have saltwater urchins that I made. These also would work really good in the salt. I do like the dual color in the salt, though. Two opposing colors, like chartreuse and black, chartreuse and blue, green, yellow, green, black, green, red, blue, red, stuff like that. Things that just opposite, because the salt's different, independent where you fish, shallow, mid, deep on the rocks. The fish, as it goes down, it loses color, and that's why motor oil is so good, just because of all the color shift. But I have a lot of color shift. So I do use dual color shifts on a lot of saltwater stuff, light and dark, because that change, that differentiation, I think helps with the strike. And I mean, I've caught a ton of fish, so I know it works. All right, guys. Hey, again, enjoy the beautiful weather. It's great. It's going to get crappy tomorrow, but then it goes right away, and then we have a good Friday and a good Saturday. The guys on Friday that I'm taking, that weather looks totally good. We're, as of right now, 100% going. Thursday, right now, we're about 50-50. I'm not making a call until probably 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. I want to see that wind sustain 9. It's choppy. I think I could still fish it by myself, so I know I can take out some veterans. But if that thing climbs up and it's above 15 miles an hour wind, nah, I'm just not. You're just going to get beat up. You're just going to get beat up because the water is going the different direction of the wind. Everything stands up. The boat gets tossed around. I'm by myself. People don't know how to use the downriggers or don't know how to use the rods, and I've got to run everything, do everything. So it makes it very challenging. And the last thing I want to do is take someone out, have them have bad experience. They get seasick. And I should have known better as the captain, right, than to take them out there. Or even worse, somebody gets hurt. I don't ever want to put someone in that place, right? Because there's no need. We can go. Summer just started. The salmon fishing just started. Yeah, it's 3 days, 4 Chinook salmon in this area that we like to fish. But I think if tomorrow's bad, they're just going to add a day, which is great. But, the areas closer to me, they haven't even opened for Chinook yet. And 13's open all the time, so we can always go there. I do know some spots there. And then also with the coho coming in, once them coho start coming in, great fishing. That's for salmon, steelhead being my first and foremost love steelhead in the river. But then it's going to be coho salmon. They're fun. They get aerial, acrobatic, tons of fun to catch, and they're plentiful. So we have a good time when we catch those. So, all right, guys, long-winded, I know. Go enjoy your weekend, whatever it is you choose to do. Fishing, taking the family out, theme parks. As you saw, my family went to Wild Waves. This is the last year they're open, which I can't believe that. It's unfortunate because we buy the annual passes and my kids enjoy it. They have a great time out there, but go enjoy the beautiful weather while we have it. And if you hit a little lake, throw me some pictures, send some stuff, even if it's not my baits. We all want to live vicariously through you. Put it on Facebook. Say, hey, this is what I did this weekend. Put it up on VetStream Facebook and say, I don't even care if it's not my baits. Just throw it out there. Hey, I went to OHOP. Anybody want to go? On my page, 99% is probably going to be veterans. So, the chances of you saying, hey, I'm going to go to OHOP on Saturday at 10 a.m. I'm going to go to this area. If anybody's interested in fishing, guys may, they may be out there. They may go out there and you may be fishing next to someone that's on VetStream and you just have no idea. You might say hello and hi or whatever, but you might be right next to someone that's over here all the time. You don't know. You never know. So, hey, put that stuff up there. I have that Facebook open now for that reason. You guys can make connections on there. And hopefully as you come out on my boat, we'll make more connections where you get physical connections. All right, guys. VetStream. I'm out of here.